Shalom. And foremost, I want to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles for the edification and knowledge, and to Wadi Al Bashim Yashah for putting the spirit of the elders and apostles to teach this now, to teach the truth and knowledge, so we become edified through the spirit of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. Call Haliyah Yah Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash. Give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash. I want to go to Psalm 64. Psalm 64. Psalm 64. This is Psalm 64. I'm going to start number 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. So the secret counsel of the wicked is where they go, where they have secret counsel to figure out how to do and implement certain things for pretty much their endeavors, their agenda, their enterprise. Read that again, 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked and from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, which are the wicked, man. Through counsel, they plan to do certain things, man. Their agendas to pretty much affect specifically the ones, the poor, the righteous, man. Number 3, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Their words are like venom, man, you know, relating to that deception and lies, man. So their agenda is like that sword, man, because they are that sword on the left-hand side of Yahweh Shem Yoshua, man. Number 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, which are the righteous. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So they fear not, and that relates to that pride, man, because they got hell of a pride, man, relating to the wicked, man. Number 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They encourage themselves. Let's go to Proverbs 24 and real quick. Just an example. They encourage themselves, we'll read it again, they encourage themselves in evil matters, man. Things that are not for the benefit for pretty much for everybody. For their heart study of destruction, Proverbs 24 and 2. For their heart study of destruction. So they encourage themselves by doing things that's not an interest for most people, that are harmful. And their intent is wicked, man. For their heart study of destruction, their lips talk of mischief. They talk of mischief. They talk of deceit, false peace, smooth tongue. Psalms 55 and 21 specifically. So they speak with the smooth words, but it's deceptive, man. They speak of a false peace, but their intentions are totally contrary to that. For their heart study of destruction, man. And they encourage themselves in evil matters, man. Because they want to implement certain things according to their agenda, man. Now this might seem sci-fi and far-fetched to most people to grasp and understand that. But look what's happening in society. That's just a perfect example, man. Look what's going on. Look what's being implemented. We'll read number 5 again. They encourage themselves in evil matter. They commune in laying snares, privily, traps. And they do it to catch pretty much the righteous. Number 5. They encourage themselves in evil matter. They commune laying snares privily, and they say, "Who shall see me?" So they think nobody's watching what they're doing, man. Nobody sees what they're doing, but the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding both the good any evil, man. So the Lord and his angels are watching. They watch the earth, man, on a daily basis. And they hate what they see. For the scripture talks about, I believe in Psalms, I believe. Talk about the Lord hates the wicked every day, man. Let me try to see if I find it. Here we go. Psalm 7:11. God judges the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked what? Every day. Lord hates what he sees, man. He hates the way this society is molded and shaped and the things that's going on. He hates it, man. Number 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. A diligent search. So they seek out diligently, persistently of what they want to do. Both the inward thought of every one of them, which is their heart, and their heart's their mind, their mind's their heart, and the heart is deep, man. And that relates to that pride too as well. I'm going to go to number 8. This is number 8 on 64 and 8. That was 1 through 7. That was 2 through 7. 64, 2 through 7 of Psalms. Now I'm going to go to number 8. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. So by their own words, they get themselves away, man. They expose themselves. All that see them shall flee away. You're going to get away. I'm going to give you an example of that. Plausible deniability. There's a definition. Plausible deniability, right here. Is the ability of people, typically senior officers in a formal or informal chain of command, to deny knowledge or responsibility for any damnable actions committed by others in the organization hierarchy, which is a chain of command, because of a lack or absence of evidence that can confirm their participation or their involvement, man. For example, for the obvious, congressional, for example, the congressional meetings they have between certain senators versus a certain medical, highly decorated medical professional. And they were going back and forth and saying one side was involved in certain matters, man. And that particular side was saying there's no proof of that. And they pretty much denying it. You know what I mean? And this goes back really to what's the definition? Let's see if I can see it. I was reading, this goes back to during the Kennedy administration, where senior officials would deny any culpability or involvement or participation, pretty much denying that, you know, so if it comes back on them, you know, they would deny it, you know. Here we go. Basically, it's for the thing that the CIA used during the Kennedy administration for high-level officials that will deny any culpability or involvement or participation for certain matters of affairs that could come back on them, basically. And that's where that plausible deniability came in. Different events here. Let's continue on. Number 9. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doings, man. So they're going to consider the wisely of his doings, man. They're going to declare of the Lord and his works, man. 10. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, which are the prophets, starting with the elect, and all the upright in heart shall glory. All right. So the point is number 8, man. Denied, pretty much exposing themselves by their own words, man. You know. Let's go to Job 15:34 and 35. Job 15:34 and 35. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and the fire shall consume the tabernacle of bribery. That's the wicked. They do bribery, deceit, violence, theft. They conceive mischief, so they're going to conceive it to try to do it. And they bring forth vanity. And through that, through their belly and their mind, they prepare deceit, man. So all these things they conceive to do, man. The deceit, the mischief, to implement what they want to do as far as their agenda, man. Let's go to Psalms 55. Psalms 55 in 2021. In 2021, he put forth his hands against such, be at peace with them. So ones who are at peace with him, or befriended him, became friends with him, so-called, and have broken his covenant. His covenant is oath, his bond, man. A good example of that, how they treated the Native Americans, man. 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So he spoke with smooth words, man. You know, those smooth words were deception, man. Because in his heart, he wanted to do something totally different. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And they have drawn swords, man. And historically speaking, they have, man. You don't come in power being nice and being, You don't come into power by being friendly and nice, man. You have to do some dirt, man. You have to do some dirt. Let's go back to that. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So their intentions was deceptive to look like a pre-friendliness, but their intentions were totally contrary to that. Let's go to go to John 8:44. John 8:44. This is John 8:44. John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and he abode not in the truth. He was a murderer from the beginning. It goes all the way back to Cain, man. Cain and Abel, man. He's a descendant of Cain. Esau's his progenitor would be Cain, man. That's what his line is. So he's a murderer, man. And that's who he's created to be. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. The truth is not in him, man. Because he's the wicked. One vessel of honor, one vessel of dishonor. I believe that's in Romans 9th chapter. Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh on his own. For he is a liar and the father of it. He is the father of the liar. He's the wicked, man. His lips are, and his smooth words is part of that deception, man. To deceive and pretty much to lure, a false sense of to break down that to break down the defenses to believe to be friendly, in the matter of speaking. And what I'm saying is he uses his smooth words to pretty much break the guard down of people he's trying to get close to for ultimately to implement his agenda, man, his or her agenda. So they'll speak smooth words. That's part of the implementing the deception, to gain close to their the person they want to take advantage. Shalakia for rambling. And 2/3 of our people follow the ways of this devil too, man. They've been deceived. They think this devil is fine and good, looking out for their interest. But the reality is they're not, man. Because they're just being used as a tool, man, to be exploited, man. They're not really liked, but they're a benefit to keep around. Because, for example, for a financial economical aspect, they can make money for the certain entities in the establishment. Let's continue on. Let's go to I want to go to Ecclesiastes real fast. A good example of that would be sports, entertainment, movies, even media. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, because they have dealt unrighteously upon everyone, man. But specifically certain groups and categories of people, man. Unrighteous dealings and injuries which they have caused, and riches got by deceit, man. And kingdom is translated from one people to another, man. Through theft, violence, and deception, man. 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So if you could try to wipe him away, as Scripture says, but it's gonna resurface back to what it is, man, because it can't change. I'm talking about Scripture, like, can Ethiopian change his stripes? He's created to be a certain thing, man. He's created to be what he is, and he can't change. Only the Creator can change him to be something else, because he created that. No one else can. He can't change otherwise. You know, if he's created to be wicked, that's what he is, man. Let's go to I want to go to Psalms 10. I want to go to that. Psalms 10. Psalms 10. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor, which is the righteous, and let them be taken in their devices they have imagined. So the devices they plan, they're going to be taken by their own. For the snares they set, the trap for the righteous, they're going to be taken by those same devices that they set. For the wicked boasteth in his heart's desire, man. That's that pride. And bless the covetousness whom the Lord abhorreth. So the Lord abhorreth that. Number 3. 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance is his appearance, will not seek after God, and God is not all in his thoughts, because he's the wicked. He's created to be the wicked. So the Lord's supposed to not be in his thoughts, man. He's contrary to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, man. Number 5. His ways are always grievous. His ways are grievous, man. His ways are always grievous. Everything he do is grievous to the righteous, man. Thy judgments are far above all his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at him. And that's that pride, man. He puffeth at him, man. He's in a position of power. Job 9:24, the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges. If it's not he, then who is? Because he's in a position of power, man. The Lord put him in power, man. So he's in a position of management and rulership, man. And I'll finish it off. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. That's all the characteristics of the wicked. He sitteth in the lurking places of the village. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. Yeah. His eyes are privily set upon the poor, the righteous, man. He constantly set upon the poor. 24, he studied destruction. So he studied how to destroy the poor, man. That's Proverbs 24 and 2. He lieth in wait in secret as a lion, so he's hiding in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor, and when he draweth him into his net, man. So he's that animal waiting to catch his prey, man. Number 10. He croucheth and humble himself, and the poor may fall by his strong ones, man. Let's go to I'll read 15. Break thou the arm of the wicked, which is power, and the evil man seek out his wickedness until they find none. So this was pretty much relating to more verses relating to the wicked. They're lying. Pretty much the characteristics how they are, man. It's a few scriptures. So I hope it helps whoever listens. The water for listening, whoever listens. Give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakada, Shalom.